Give me 7 minutes and I'll teach you exactly how to do a kettlebell swing safely, effectively, and efficiently from the ground up. Let's jump in. All right, so the first thing that we're going to have to talk about is our setup position. Solid setup is very crucial when it comes to doing kettlebell swings efficiently. So the first thing that you're gonna do is get this kettlebell out in front of you, call it about 8 inches, all right? From here, you're going to push your butt back as you hinge forward, and then you're going to bend your knees also. So do a little bit of a squat. Then you are going to grab the kettlebell with both hands and tilt it towards you. So in this position, nice solid setup. Butt down, chest is up, back is nice and flat. I'm solid here. If you tried to push me over, it's not gonna happen. I'm not lazily sitting here, okay? Very, very solid position as if somebody's gonna push you. Now with this kettlebell tilted back towards you, the first thing that I want you to do is let go of your kettlebell. Now if it drops down like that, you are in a solid position and in a good setup because we need the kettlebell tilted back towards us that much. If you let go of your kettlebell and it stays upright, you're gonna need to tilt it back towards you because when we get into this first part, which is gonna be a hike back, if the kettlebell's too upright, it's really gonna throw your rhythm off, okay? So, butt down, chest up, back nice and flat, kettlebell tilted towards you. From here, our first step is to hike this kettlebell back very aggressively, like a football, in American football, okay? And it should be getting up towards your butt. So we're gonna hike aggressively up towards our butt. We are not dragging it across the floor like that, okay? That is lazy and is not going to produce any power. And as you just saw, I'm gonna fall off balance if I do that. That's the key with this hike, is to stay balanced. So your first thing to practice when you are in this position, butt down, chest up, back nice and flat, kettlebell tilted towards you, is to hike and end up right back in the starting position without losing your balance, okay? Very, very balanced and stable the entire time I do that hike, okay? So that's step number one. Step number two is to actually do our first swing, but we're just gonna be doing one at a time. So you're going to hike, and then from there, you're gonna squeeze your butt as hard as you can. I want you to imagine there's a quarter rolling down your butt crack. Squeeze your glutes hard enough so that that quarter doesn't hit the ground. In addition to that, we are going to flex our quads, so straighten your legs. So what a lot of people do is they squeeze their butt, but they thrust their hips forward. We don't want that because then we're leaning back. I want you to straighten your legs by flexing your quads. So at the top of this swing, my entire body is in a nice straight line. So at the top of the swing, I should be thinking about getting my head up towards the ceiling, not thrusting my hips forward, okay? A kettlebell swing is very much so like a jump. Another way I like to describe it to people is you should be jumping as high as you can and your feet are glued to the floor. So that's another thing that you can practice is go jump as high as you can, but pretend that your feet are glued to the floor. That is the motion that you should be doing with your kettlebell swing, okay? So what we're gonna be doing right now is called a dead stop swing. This is your next step. And it's just going to be a hike, one swing, back through the legs, and then you reset into that same position. So push the butt back and down, grab the kettlebell with both hands and tilt it towards you, solid position, butt down, chest up, back nice and flat, aggressive hike up towards the butt, squeeze the butt, flex the quads, reset, okay? Hike, one swing up to chest height, back down. Hike, swing up to chest height, back down. And again, same thing that we did before, we are balanced the entire time, okay? So this is a good tool to teach you, one, just how to do a kettlebell swing, but also how aggressively the first one needs to be. Every single swing, we are popping the kettlebell up there, all right? Again, squeeze the butt, flex the quads, head goes towards the ceiling, we are not leaning back. From there, you're just gonna get into multiple kettlebell swings, all right? Now, the thing to keep in mind with these, as we start to string a few reps together, is this part of the wrist, right outside, should basically be making contact with your inner thigh up in the groin area. So this is gonna make sure that the kettlebell stays up high and you're not getting it too close to the ground right here, okay? We want it staying high and tight and then going up. So what I mean by that is we're here, push the butt back and down, grab the kettlebell with both hands, tilt it towards you, butt down, chest up, back's nice and solid. I'm going to hike, extend up, and then keep this kettlebell towards my butt and high up. So I'm not doing this thing right, it gets close to the ground, okay? That's very inefficient. It's gonna yank on your back. It's not gonna allow you to be snappy and explosive, which is what we need, okay? Now, last cue I'm gonna give you, leading into more of the snappy and explosiveness, is you need this kettlebell to go through your legs. It's part of the reason we talk about these wrists and forearms touching the groin is we want this kettlebell to go back, right? Think about your hamstrings like a bow and arrow. If I pull the bow back a little bit, and then it's going to let go, pew, it's gonna fall forward, not be a very good shot. I want to think about my hamstrings like a bowstring where I'm pulling back a lot. That's gonna allow it to spring forward aggressively. So what I mean by that is, as we get in this setup position, and I hike, this kettlebell's going back. I am loading up my hamstrings, loading up my hamstrings. I'm not doing this thing. I see a lot of people do this, and it works to move, but it's not efficient. Hamstrings are a bowstring, back, load them up, aggressive, okay? So from there, we have our setup position, okay? Push your butt back and down. Grab the kettlebell with both swings, or both hands. Tilt it towards you. Butt down, chest up, back nice and flat. If I let go, kettlebell drops. From here, I'm going to hike, squeeze the butt, flex my quads, get my head up to the ceiling, and load my hamstrings up like a bowstring, all right? That right there is a quick and dirty on how to do a kettlebell swing. We'll see you next time.